Okay guys, so the plan today is to get the oil pump, the pipe work, the pickup, the oil lines, and get the bottom on the oil pan and get the bottom of this engine closed up. So here you can see quite an array of parts here to go in today. That that go to close up the bottom end of this engine, and pipe work and bolts and all still in the packaging. There's the oil pickup, that's for the Concours. Oil pan here conversion that is for going onto this bike. And so just stay with me here as we get this all buttoned up today. So the first thing to do is obviously to put the oil pump in. Now the oil pump, that's the oil pump there, and this is the oil pump. This is the oil pump bracket. Now you can separate it there with these three screws, and like I was saying in the last video, the oil pressure relief valve is an integral part of this ZRX, but I'm not going to separate any of that and disturb it. There are little O-rings and dowels and seals, etc., underneath that, that mark. So I don't want to separate that and deal with that, but I've cleaned all that out, and that's perfectly fine. So that will be going in as a unit. You can see here that there's a little tang on the oil pump here, and that can turn. You have to locate that into the correct position whenever you put it into the bottom of the engine, which I will show you in a wee moment or two. There's dowels, metal dowels, and O-rings also to go in there as well here, and like an O-ring that has a flat face on it goes into this one. There's a dowel with an O-ring round it, goes into this one. Here are the parts that I took off the took out of the bike, or sorry, took out of the oil pump, and whenever I first dismantled the engine. And you can see the little, there's the dowel there, and that one there looks like a dowel, but it's actually an orifice. Has a little sort of hole on the end of it there, that hole and that orifice, and this O-ring locates into this particular part that allows the oil to go up. You see that little channel there, and so that's important for that to go in. But anyway, I have bought new washer, or new oil O-ring, flat O-ring seals. You see that they're flat on one side, and they're raised on the other, and that's a new little O-ring there to go around that orifice, which I'll put on now in a wee second. Okay, so you can see the array of little parts to put this oil pump on. This is the one that's the orifice. Do you see the little hole that I was speaking of? That will locate in there with this new O-ring around it, but it goes into the engine first. Dowel looks similar, but it's just a dowel. There's it there. It's just a clear dowel. So the dowel goes there. Okay. And the orifice with its O-ring, let's see, the orifice goes there, there. Just take that out and show you again where that goes, down in there. Okay, so that's where that goes. Right, I'll just put the O-ring over it here. There it is. All right. Okay, so like I was saying, that little tang there, just position that vertically, like that, or near enough it. And the little location, it locates into that. I'll just actually show you where that, what that is actually. Just get it vertical, like that. That's this. Move that like that. That should be it, or near enough it anyway. And like I was saying, that will just go down, and that place there is where that orifice goes in. That position there is where the dial goes in. So let's just do this. Okay, that's that. Just a matter of putting the screws in. Okay, so let's get these 3 wee screws in. That one goes there. That one goes there. And this short one, it goes there. Now, those are 8mm head on them. Just screw them up. I think they're only just 9.8 Newton meters, and then this one here takes a 10mm socket. So, where's my torque wrench? Here it is. I'll just double check that. 9.8 Newton meters, nearly sure of it. T8. 9.8 Newton meters. Where's that 10mm? See, it's quite light. Not a very big torque on that. That's it. Okay, so that's that. I always like to put a little drop of fresh oil into like a plastic container like this, and then I can just operate it with my finger. So just bear with me for 1 second. Okay, so there is the position where the that flat O-ring will go into, which is that one. As you can see, that'll just go there like that. There is where this dowel plus this O-ring goes into. Goes there like that, and then this here O-ring goes over the top like that. All right, Okay, so I'm going to put this little oil pipe in here. If I can find a wee pointer, I'll show you where it's going. This shorter piece, it goes in there. The longer section goes down in there where the bearing cap is. Or sorry, for the bearing cap for the crank. So I've already put a wee bit of oil around it, but I'll put some more around because they're usually quite tight to get in. You know, make sure that's well lubricated, and then that goes down in there like that. I have a wee, or at least I should have, a wee piece of wood here because they're quite sore on the thumb trying to push those in. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. Now there's a wee damper to go onto that as well, and it I can just find it, and I'll just stick that on too. All right, so here it is. It's just a wee rubber damper, and it just fits over there like that. Like that. I took it off when I was dismantling the engine because you don't want to get you don't want that there to get lost. Now there's another much longer pipe. Here's it here. Let's see if I can just sort of adjust this up a wee bit. Maybe. Oh, I'll just move the camera up a wee bit because it's a bit close so that you can see this. Right. Okay. Once again, this goes in here. So we'll put a wee bit of oil around there. Some oil around there on the oil pump bracket. And put some oil around these O-rings. All right. And then that just goes in there like that. That's it. All right. Now, I'm putting a Concours oil pan on there. But if I was putting the stock ZRX oil pan on there, there would be a different pickup and a different oil return pipe that goes in there. So I'll just show you that for a second. Okay, so if it was a stock ZRX 1200 or 1100 oil pan that was going on to it, this would be the pickup here and this oil return pipe. And that bracket there, or that clip, would clip around that there, and this part here with the O-ring would go in there like that. You know, that's the way that would go if it was a stock ZRX one. This here, let me see. Yes, this here part goes into that wee clip there at the side, and then this part here goes, oh, it's a bit kind of, it goes in, there's a wee opening right there. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's right there. And then that goes down in there like that, and that goes like that there. And then obviously the gasket would go on. The other thing is that because this is a new engine build, what I've got to do is also fill these two holes here with new engine oil, because you want the oil pump filled with oil before um, it it gets turned over, because you certainly, with an engine built like this here, and after having removed the oil pump and everything, you certainly don't want the oil pump to be dry. But anyway, that's basically the setup of that. And where there is the stock. Now, obviously, there would be the mesh, the gauze filter here, plus the plate. I'll show you that. Find it. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. Here it is. It's there's the 3 screws for it there, and that is the mesh. That goes down in there like that, and then the plate goes on there, and then your screws go in. But anyway, that's this oil pan isn't going on. It's just really to show you those rubber that are O-rings there, and that position there on that oil pipe, that position on that oil pipe, and that little position on that oil pipe. Well, those two there locate in there and there. This little one locates in there, and then this here dowel with the O-ring, that would go in there, and then this O-ring here with a flat face on it that goes towards that would go there. So basically that would be your OY, and you've got a big O-ring that would go round there as well. Where's it? Now I'll show you that. There it is. That O-ring would go round in there like that there. But anyway, look, this is just to show you what would happen if you were doing a stock, a stock ZRX one. That obviously goes down into that. And that's just basically, the way it would be. And that would be the bottom of a ZRX. And then, of course, your oil filter goes in there. Your oil filter goes in there with all of the rest of it, and then the plate would go on there like that. And then after all that, then your oil lines and your drain plug and all of that business, that would be the way it would be. But I'm not doing that. I'm putting a Concours, a converted Concours oil pan in there, because I'm doing away with this protrusion that hangs down. I refer to it as a cow's udder. But anyway, that's the stock. That would be the stock setup there. So none of that would pick up there would apply. The Concours one, as you can see, is much shallower. There it is. I'll just put a wee bit of oil around that O-ring there and there. That's where that would be. Although I want to fill that, with oil. I want to fill all that there with oil. But this is just to show you. So that actually just goes in there like that. That's it, and that's clicked on there. And then you've got this little oil return pipe that's obsolete now. You can't get it anymore, but it basically goes in there like that. See, that's the rated end of it there, goes in there like that. That little tang sits on top of a position on the in the Concours oil pan, and then the Concours oil pan fits on. But we'll do that in a wee second. Okay, so this is the engine oil that I'll be using to fill that oil pump now. Obviously, I don't want it to turn into an oil thread of because everybody has their opinion on what oil to use, and some people say Castrol, some people say Redline, some people say whatever. You know, I mean, 100 different oils. But anyway, it'll be a semi-synthetic oil, engine oil for motorbikes, and I'll be filling these two openings on the oil pump with one of these. I'd probably go for the motor, but 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Anyway, okay, so let's fill this oil pump. I think that's it. I'll just decant a slight little bit out of that and put it into that, and or maybe put some more into that. But anyway, that's the idea. Okay, so let's just get this little oil return pipe put in and in place. Simple as that. Just goes in there like that. That's about it. Nothing to it. This one here, well, as you can see, the oil pump is completely filled. This here just goes in here, and this clicks on there. That's it. That's it. So, what's next? Well, next thing is the gasket.